Actually, the name it's a mix of languages and a mix of words.
I felt this record the most complete record that we've built so far.
First of all, I gather all my depression in one box.
We can call some friends. I have friends that are playing traditional instruments. Maybe we can invite them and do the show with them. Actually,
Yeah,
that would be super special. It's good that you brought up.
I want to see faces. I want to see faces to cry.
But you cannot eat, like you cannot really eat it. Like you just watch it and you cannot really.
Why?
What
Because it's disgusting. It's disgusting or what? My light is off. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Together with us is band originally from Greece, with roots from Greece, but based currently in Berlin, Germany, Unverkalt. And so the name sounds German, but it's actually a made-up name. So yeah, let's start with that, with the roots and with your name. How did you come up with this name?
Yeah. First of all,
so
hi.
much.
Thank you for the invitation and the honor. Yeah, actually the name it's a mix of languages and a mix of words. We try to find something totally unique and different. And back in 2019, we are searching for a unique name, and we combined two different languages. I think was
Icelandic
helped
for
with
sure.
this.
I mean, Icelandic for sure. We were searching some words like the cult and stuff. And yeah, then we just combine random words that could actually fit nice graphically. And this is how it came out. And yeah, we have like, we say that the meaning is like all that is left is cold. But it's, of course, a made up meaning, a made up word in general. So yeah, it's cool actually that you ask this.
So, and you picked this name when you were still in Athens before you moved to Berlin, but was picking this name somehow foreshadowing you moving to Germany?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, we started the project with Themis. Around 2017, we started experimenting. It took a long, long time to have a form. And then we started to search name when we had some demos and, we had the direction of how we wanted to present something. So yeah, this is how it turned out. And in 2021, we came to Berlin. We decided to leave Athens for various reasons, but also to push more the music aspect. And yeah, this is actually how we came here. So yeah, it was a long journey, but nice.
It was a long journey, yeah, and we are happy that we are here and we have this opportunity here. It's more easier for us with a new team, with the new members, and it's more strong, you know. When you are in places like this, like German, you have more space for your music. Sometimes it's more, let's say, easier in that meaning. Yeah, and here we are now.
And I don't know, do you also feel that in Germany, there are percentage-wise in the whole population, there are more metalheads, more people who are open to this kind of music than, let's say, in Greece? I know in Ukraine and US, it's definitely the case. Metal music is not the most popular genre and not a big percentage of population interested in it.
To be honest, in Berlin, it's not the best genre here. Genre here, the music, I mean the metal music, it's not in the top of the list. But in general, in Germany, yes, they have one of the biggest scene in the Europe, I think in the world also, and also in Greece. I need to notice this. We have a very big scene there from metal scene. We have big bands, big, very famous bands like Septic Flesh, like Rotting Christ, like Suicidal Angels. There are lots of bands there. But yeah, Germany is I think it's the core of the Europe in metal. So yeah, it's more easier for the bands to involve and to make it more easier up and more famous, let's say, and to work with the other places around of the borders. We are in the middle of the Europe, so It's easier to make this touring back and forth with a bus, without airports,
Yeah.
without anything. So it's one plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely logistically is a
Yeah,
convenient
yeah,
location. Yeah.
exactly.
I hope you're enjoying the interview so far. We want to gift one of you the latest album from Unverkalt. All you need to do is subscribe to our channel and leave words of support for the band in the comments. We will pick randomly the lucky winner. Now, back to the interview. Can you tell us a little bit more about your creative process? I know Themis, I think you're the main composer on the band, and Demetria takes care of all the lyrics. What comes first, lyrics or music? How do you collaborate? How did that change during your 3 albums?
Yeah. First of all, I gather all my depression in one box and I start to record some random stuff. I have all the time my phone in my pocket and I make some noises and some melodies. And I try to compose the main demo music. And from then I give all the rest to Dimitra to write the lyrics, to combine the lyrics with the voice, with melodies with her voice, and then all the other people they are participate on this to make some other things to make it more. I don't know. Let's say more avant-garde, more progressive, to add more different elements. Yeah, I think this is the process from the day one and from now on it's more easier for me because all the members they have their own opinion, they have their own influences, they have I don't know, the inspiration, more inspiration, and they give me more inspiration while I have to finalize the first, let's say, demo. They help me with to make it more easier the process. This is the main core of the process.
Yeah, I think what changed during the years is, of course, like before some years we were working like me and Themis most of everything like on the previous records, so we were doing the arrangement and stuff. And now I feel, as Themis mentioned, it's like more easy because you have different perspectives, different elements that now are more prominent because of the people and because of the team that we currently have. And yeah, it makes it even more diverse right now and more open in terms of influences. I think that changed more during the years. And of course, I mean, the evolution of our artistic evolution in general, like how you want to continue your art.
Exactly.
And the main theme that goes through all your albums is like grief, human grief. And do you see them as a trilogy? Do they see them as all connected or a little bit separate works?
Yeah, I think Dimitra is more on this to answer. But from my perspective, for the music perspective, the music it's a way to somewhere else. We had the first step from the first album, and I make some test all the time through the years to make it in that form that we have right now. So it was a combination of the years, combination of also from a lot of experience around me, and I was waiting the right time. So for my perspective, all the albums have one form, but in the end you get something else in the final record. But if you listen all the albums together, you can understand that these albums are from Unverkalt, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of concept, I would say, uh, lyrically, I was always fascinated by themes that are, more hard to be spoken, like topics that are, about isolation, human suffering in general. So the first album, let's say, it had a bit more abstract approach lyrically. Of course, it had a lot of topics about the world and how we behave into the world, etc. But I think what it made a huge progress with the third album is that we wanted to go into a more conceptual thing. Like we wanted to create a concept, and we worked on it a lot. Like me and Eli, that we worked on several parts and lyrics on this album. We try to bring like the whole concept of the album to life, and sometimes you have to search how you want to approach it. Of course, we had a lot of personal experiences, but yeah, we also wanted to bring a broader meaning about the whole situation in the world currently, and how we are affected by a lot of things. So yeah, for sure, we try to bring these topics more prominent into the music, isolation and pain and all these themes. We include them. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All the real things that we have right now in the world, as we had and we will have forever. All the suffering, all the war, all the things, we try to combine all in our music to give some meanings in our notes, in our lyrics, in everything.
And as Dimitri mentioned, on this album, some of the topics are less abstract, and one track specifically has a personal connection, personal family story. And that's the track that has the Greek name. Can you talk a little bit more about that one?
Yeah, Themi, you can talk because it's something that was passed down from his grandmother. So let's say the song first started as an inspiration from that, but go ahead.
Yeah, actually, this song and actually the artwork of the album was, I think, it's one theme. I start the artwork when I start in the same time to record this song, and it's a story from my grandmother. I think many people they know about this chaos so in Smyrna, and a lot of people die in the fire of Smyrna. It was one of the biggest event back in 1922, and I get this story from my grandmother, and because I have it many years inside me, and I try to find how to how to give this in music, how to give this story inside the music and inside the cover. So it was difficult. I was searching for this song many years before, from the first record, to be honest, but I didn't find the right way um, for the music, first of all, because it was a real story. It is a real story, and it hurts me a lot. Uh, yeah, I think it was the right time now for this album. And the thing that we have this artwork and this music together, it makes me very happy, to be honest, because it has a lot of meaning for me, you know.
Yeah, thank you. You mentioned the artwork because all the artwork is done by you, and the videos are directed also by you, if I'm not mistaken. So how does it help to pretty much have all the end-to-end creative force within the band?
It's nice. We have our main job and we try to escape from our main lives and we try to find a solution about that. So the solution for me, it's the music, the video, the cover arts. I try to make some cover arts in general. It's escape for us from our routine. So, I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I can create some stuff for my band, and I'm happy that I have this the help right now because you know if you have to make it all by yourself, in the end you will be broke, and you need a lot of help. And the help that I have this time was from my band. they did it all together. It was a lot of process to make a video, to make everything, a lot of time. Yeah, it's good that I have this opportunity to create what I have in my mind in the video. It's very, very good. Uh, Actually, it's one of the best thing to create what you have in your mind in the music and to,
Visually.
yeah, and to make it visually. So yeah, I don't know. This is makes me happy, to be honest,
I
and
think it's
tired
like
sometimes.
really, yeah. It's a big process because he has a lot of responsibility for the creative direction. Of course, we did a lot together in regard of the shooting and how we arranged it. But it's a lot. But I think we are very lucky that we have this process, and Themis can really go into the direction of things, because it's not the same to have external uh, person to do what you have in mind than to do it yourself, and to really bring the vision that you have in mind to life. So I think we are very happy of how the things are working and how we process all these things together, and yeah, building like the videos and everything. That was
Yeah,
super
for
cool
me,
process.
all the artistic stuff, I think it's one thing. If you are an artist, you can do many things together. You can try to find the solution. My light is off. Okay, but if you are an artist, you can find a lot of I don't know, holes to find how to do it by yourself, because sometimes you need to do it by yourself. You have your idea in your head, and it's difficult to approach someone to spread your thoughts and to make it for you. I think you know what I mean. I try to find also what happened to my light. Yeah, I found it.
But yeah, we also had lots of help from some friends, especially on Oath of Prometheus video in Eisenhutenstadt, and kudos to them, because actually Christian arranged our drummer arranged the whole setup there with his friends and stuff. So we managed to really shoot in a forest the whole day. It was such a great experience, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
You need a
but
lot
he
of
had to play and also record, so that was crazy, I have to tell you. Like, he
It was
had
raining
to.
all day. Yeah, it was raining all day for some reason in Germany. I don't know why. Always raining here.
Let's also talk about the names of the songs, the lyrical part of the last album. The name is in French. The first track name is in German. There's also the final track name is French, and you have some Greek. How do you combine these languages? Like how do you decide which language is more fitting for a specific song?
Sometimes I have to tell you, like, friends I really like personally, as how they look, how they sound. I have a bit of a love with friends, so I use them also in the first record. I try to put some elements also in the second, so it's something like a ritual for me. But on this record, I also wanted to include like other elements too. So I asked Yossi back, our bassist, how we can name, like in German, something super, like, I don't know, something super
Super
bold and
Bowl.
stuff. And he came up with the Auslösung, which is the extinction. It's the ultimate horrible word ever. So I was like, okay, we definitely keep it. I really love how it looks, how it sounds, and especially it gives this boldness that we wanted for this song specifically. So I would say we are pretty free on using different languages. I don't know what will happen in the future. Maybe we will use even more. But we are super free. If something looks and sounds as we want it to be sound, we keep it. And this is what we did. And also for the Greek title, it's written like the name is in Greek, let's say, but it's not written correctly. So I just, yeah, we just went like, we want a Greek name, we will reformulate a bit the word to make it appear something else. And yeah, this is how it came out. We really love exploring words, different languages, and bring this diverse texture in the record. I really love it.
And the sound of new album is definitely goes to more extreme. You add elements of black metal. There's like a lot of tremolo picking, blast beats, and Demetri also experimented with the vocals. Like you do screaming on this album. How did that process go for you? I know stories. If you don't do it correctly, you can also harm your voice and your throat. So can you take us through that, please?
Actually, yes. So Themis was recording the first material. It was very bold. Like, I was like, I want to express something different here. And also Themis was like, you should really experiment. Like, you should go for this road. Just go for it, you know? And I was thinking, I wanted to bring this extreme from back in the first record. In the first record, we have On the Boundary, one song. There's a slight point that I do some screams, but they are so in the back because I wasn't satisfied back then. But I kept them because I want them to somehow be there. So it was always there, but I needed the little push of the music. So, of the music, of course, and of myself to go into this new road. So I would say it was it was a good journey. In the start, you don't know what you're doing. I have a coach for doing these vocals and for understanding how I can bring them even more and even more powerful for the shows and everything, because it's a different technique. So yeah, I try to stick on my coaching plan so I don't harm my voice, and yeah, to be careful of all these things. But it was so natural, and I really loved that we took this direction. Also, Themis can say some words because she was like, you should try.
Yeah, I was waiting the right moment for this, and the right moment was now. So I tell her, do it.
You
Because I
got
have
this.
a lot of influence from my background, from black metal and death metal and stuff like this. I was waiting the right time to do it, and when I found these guys, I said to myself, yes, it's time to do it. And and that's it. We have it right now. And yeah, I'm looking forward for the next album to be more and more aggressive. I try. Yes, let's say.
Yeah. And also, like, we have the more, if I can name Eli's vocals, more like death approach. So you have these different textures that we wanted to play around with the record, and I'm really happy that we explored these new territories because it's the first time, and I felt this record the most complete record that we've built so far, and I was really happy with how much we worked on it and the results and everything.
I think Eli brings more growling than you have screaming and clean vocals. And if I'm not mistaken, you also cited Björk as your vocal influence.
Yeah, definitely. I love her. I love her. And also like Fever Ray.
Me
One of
too.
my biggest influences are those two. And yeah, of course, I have plenty of artists that I love. But yes.
Europe is one of the best out there, I think.
So previously, Themis, you mentioned Rotting Christ, definitely huge and very well-known Greek metal band. And on this album, you collaborated with a mastermind of Rotting Christ with Sakis Tolis. So how did that collaboration was born? Who approached who? Well, I don't know, maybe Sakis saw this young, great Greek band and decided to ping you guys, or was it the other way around?
You know, the Greek scene, it's big, but at the same time it's small. You know, everyone know each other. I was in the Greek scene for many years. I had a lot of bands, so I knew Sakis many years before, and we have the opportunity to play together in some venue. It was a festival, and I meet him there from some reason. It was random, and I asked him, "Okay, we have this record. Do you want to participate on this one?" And he said, "Yes, why not?" And I sent him the track. We had back and forth mail all the time. It was one of the easiest collaboration in my life. And he likes also the album before. He listened all the album before, and he was very easy to add his voice because it's very easy person in general, very humble and very down to earth, and it was very easy. Also, it was very easy to make a video clip together. He just came here, he's appeared here for some reason, and he stayed with us, and we made this video. I need to express myself about this guy. It's one of the heroes out there. He's all the time in the road. He never stopped to be around. It's one of the difficult job in all over the world right now because you are many hours, many days, many months in one bus, and you travel, and it's a harsh, it's very harsh. And this guy do it for I don't know how many years, 30 years, 35 years in a row. He never stopped. And if he and also he came here for us to make this video. So imagine how this person is in general.
That was awesome.
So yeah, we are very lucky, let's say. We appreciate him a lot from the beginning, not from now. And yeah, the collaboration was very easy, let's say, very, very easy. Just send some emails back and forth, and we had the track ready before even imagine. Yeah.
And on this specific track, I always say that. So we collaborated with Yossi, our bassist. Like I collaborated with him for the lyrical aspect. And then, of course, Sakis brought his bold presence and gave this result that we were like, oh my God, I love this. I couldn't believe it, actually, I have to tell you. Like, I really still cannot believe that we had this chance to have him. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Because as I told you, it was random in random place in Hamburg. We had the festival, and I just asked him, and it was very easy. The rest, it's history.
Let's talk about your own shows. So, just recently, I think about a week ago, you had your Berlin album release show. How does your music translate from the record to the stage?
Uh, I actually love this aspect of the live show is the best thing, I believe, because you can bring all the emotion and see the impact that it has to the audience immediately. Like you can see if they feel it. You can see the expression and everything. So I would say we approach it in a way that of course, you want to bring this atmosphere, which is dark and it's slow burning. So we approach it in this direction, and of course, yeah, I mean, it doesn't have like a big difference than the record because we try to keep it as close as possible, and also add some extra elements wherever is needed to be. But yes, I want to think about it like, you know, a performance of awareness, because you bring topics that are really are hurtful, and you want to pass through this feeling and then people to think about it afterwards, and maybe feel it and think about things. So we want to approach it in this direction.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. It was a test for me, this show, because it was a test for the music, for the new tracks. So for me, it was a great result at the end. I didn't expect the result, to be honest, because the songs is very difficult to play in live, and also it's very difficult for Dimitra because it's changed all the time vocals from harsh to clean, and also we blend some other vocals from LI. It's a lot of things. Some backing tracks. We're working a lot of with engineers and stuff. So it was a test, and the test was very good, really
Yeah,
good, and I'm very very happy about that. We are all happy about that.
we
Yeah,
really enjoy it, bringing
Yeah,
it to life after you have it in the, in the recordings, and you haven't really spread it with the people in front of you. That was really special, I think.
yeah, it's very special, to have this interaction after the gig, to hear some opinions, to speak with friends. Yeah, it's very good.
yeah. How was it? I think for you, Demetria, to switch back and forth between screaming and clean vocals. I think that can be challenging.
Of course. I mean, it is challenging. And this is why you need to work all the time with your voice and the balance, how you can approach it in the best way possible to not create any problem, to have like a more easy show as well. Because of course, recording on your own pace, it's something else. Like recording the songs, it's something else. You have your space, you have your calmness to go through every part and stuff. But in the live, I think it's a different warm up, a different way to approach it. So I try really to stick to my routine. And I told you, I have such a support from my vocal coach. I love her so much because she helped me so much the past years. I cannot even express it, because you always are, afraid of doing things, of making it reach the thing that you want to be reached, as an artist, and she's very helpful on reaching it in a safe way. So I really appreciate her.
Yeah, it is very difficult for Dimitra, I know, and this was the meaning for me to try and to transfer all the tracks from the vinyl and CD to the live. So the goal was, yeah, I think it was great, to be honest.
Yeah, because on that record you also have a little bit of traditional Greek instruments. So do you play those live, or are those backing track in the concerts?
We need, I think, 5 more people to play this thing, and
We
I
hope.
think we are enough in 5 right now. Let's see in the future if we have some space in States. But yeah, it's backing tracks right now. It's difficult to approach this music with a real musician, but in the States, you need to be all the time with 10 or 20 people in the States. It's very difficult in this moment. But the main goal and my dream is to play live also with the instruments like this, or with the
Maybe in
people.
Greece,
Yeah,
if we
maybe
do the
maybe
show in Greece, we can call some friends. I have friends that are playing traditional instruments. Maybe we can invite them and do the show with them.
yeah,
Actually, that would be super special. It's good that you brought up.
Great, I'm looking forward to that.
yeah.
We should record this.
You mentioned talking to people who went to your album presentation concert afterwards. So what emotions did they have after your show? Like what could you read? Were they, I don't know, just in discomfort after all these like emotional songs about people, grief, etc.? Did they have some catharsis, like recognition? Are they like deep in their thought, uh, in their own words, or what you were able to see just from their appearance?
I mean, I'm not sure because I didn't really have a conversation like what you felt, etc. But sometimes I feel that they might appear very still sometimes, like looking at the show. So I think it brings them in a form of thinking about things. One time that is actually very cool. I never had this in my life, but one time we had a show before, some months before the record release, with the old material. Imagine, which is like a different direction. One guy came to me and told me like I felt like I felt emotional, and I kept it that word because it was really beautiful to hear that. And to really get a response. Of course, everyone has a different response to the music. Some people might like what you do, some people might not like what you do. But it's really precious when you hear something really nice about how they felt. And yeah, I enjoy actually talking about these topics. But yeah, for this show, I was so stressed and tired that I didn't really get into the mode afterwards to, check like how it was in general. But I hope they felt it as we did all in the States.
I saw many faces that they get emotional because when I play live, I'm straight down. My eyes is straight down to the people. I'm looking forward to the people in the eye, so I can feel I felt this depression from the music, this emotional. And I had a small chat with a lot of let's say fans, that they are getting this emotional very deep. They told me that it looks like the real CD, that I'm listening to the real CD. So it was a success. And because I'm watching all the time the people down on the stage, I felt that they felt the same with me when I was playing the songs. So yeah, I check it all the time, to be honest. I want to see faces. I want to see faces to cry.
Oh my goodness. But yes, sometimes it's a bit stressful for me to look, because you're like, oh my god, oh my god, your brain is playing games at this point. You're like, oh my god, is it now like all the show going nice, like, so sometimes I try to focus on how I want to express it, and I stay there. But I think it's really cool when you receive like whatever response is that, whatever, it's great to hear like the feedback.
This album was also your first album on the new label, on Season of Mist. And what did they give you? What opportunities were you able to reach with the new label, and how the whole collaboration is going?
First of all, we earn people like you that we have interviewed right now from all around the world. This is the best thing for me, to meet you, first of all, to meet people around the world, to speak about my music, to speak about our music, to spread our music. It is very easy with Season of Mist because they did very, very good work and job with the promotion. Also, it was my goal to be in Season of Mist because I thought from the beginning our music can fit inside this label, let's say, and they help a lot every time, every day. They spread our music. They try to find interviews like today. They try to have a lot of reviews. They try to promote the music as the best they can, of course. And for me, because it's one of the biggest label for my perspective, I'm super lucky that I'm here in this Season of Mist. Also, the team. This is
Yeah,
the thing that I
well,
need to mention. The people in Season of Mist, the exact people that we are working on right now. I don't know. It's like a family. It's like friends since the day one. Because I don't know. Maybe they are like this. Maybe we have felt the same from the first time. So we are all the chatting all the time. We're chatting all the time, day and night, and they help us a lot.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm super lucky that we are here in Season of Mist because there are a million bands out there, very good bands out there, and it's difficult to find a home like Season of Mist. So yeah.
Yeah, we are very very happy, and it's awesome. You know that the people inside are super nice and super dedicated to music. They are passionate about music, and they do whatever they can to really make it work and spread it and help you out. And especially in this industry, that it's so hard, being an underground band, on your first steps, on your first records, like it's a huge help to have someone that can really, believe in what you do, and give you a push and help you out, and I think it's really precious. But of course, I don't say that you cannot do it on your own. Like, many underground bands are super amazing on what they do, but it's also really beautiful when you have another hand to hold you and to go on this
Exactly,
journey together, and help you out with
exactly,
however
exactly.
they can.
One more good hand in your side, so why not?
Is the fact that Roaring Christ is also on Season of Mist help with that decision?
I don't know, to be honest, because
Maybe.
I remember when we sent the demo. I don't remember, Dimitra. Maybe you remember. We had the demo and we sent three songs. I remember that one of the song, it was not Sakis. It was three different songs from the album. So I want to say that
For
okay,
this, I'm not sure
yeah,
about it.
you're
I'm
not
not
sure.
sure
I'm not
because
sure also. I'm not sure
I'm
also.
not sure
But
because I
Season of
think
Mist also love also the Greek scene. They have also Nightfall in the roster, which is a Greek band. Rotichrist also. They had also Septic Flesh. And I think Season of Mist like the Greek scene also, because we have this Hellenic black metal, so it helps a lot. And Michael, the CEO of the company, maybe like a lot. He likes a lot the Greek scene. It's one of the plus maybe, but maybe also Sakis helps. I don't
no,
know.
I think like
I
they
need to
they
ask.
yeah, they appreciate him so much. I believe, of course, when they sound like when they listen to the song, of course, it could create like a more credibility, like more trust in the people that you are bringing to the label. But yes, I believe that. Yeah, probably it helped also the new direction.
Why not?
Sakis, like it was like a mix of things that worked for this record, I believe.
Yeah, for sure, it's a mix of things every time that you have a success for the music, for the label, for the videos. You need something more every time, yeah, and a bit of lucky.
Of course.
A lot of hard work and a little bit of luck.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
What are your touring plans for the rest of this year?
yes. We negotiate with a
With the
booking
booking
agency,
agency?
one of the very good booking agency. We are in negotiation about the 2026 the end of 2026, sorry, and of course for 2027 for the festivals, because the festival are booked from 1 year before. So we're in negotiation. We have three or four more shows here in Germany, and yeah, let's see, because we are talking about some shows right now around Europe. Let's see.
Especially
I don't
after.
want to say more because we are talking about with a booking agency, one of the biggest booking agencies right now. Let's see.
It will be great to see you maybe even come to States.
We would
Yeah,
love we would love
it's
that really.
totally difficult right now, the States, as I hear from Sakis, to get visa for to play live in US right now, because we are speaking all the time with Sakis, and he told me very, very difficult to play in US this moment. And yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, we will have our fingers crossed.
Yeah, hope we meet you
Yes.
in a show
Yeah,
or
of course, of course, of course.
And so in one of the interviews before, Dimitri, you compared your music with risotto, with a dish. So if you can think about the last album, Héréditaire, what dish would that be?
What?
Oh,
I didn't know that. What was that?
it was an
Nice.
interview like we had like in the. Oh my God, that was amazing question.
Okay.
It's I think something that you cannot really eat. I don't know. I need to think about it. Like something in the oven. That I need to think about. Like, but you cannot eat. Like you cannot really eat it. Like you just watch it and you cannot really.
Why?
What?
Because it's disgusting or what?
I don't know. It's like a lot
It's
of
too
layers.
precious.
It smells weird, maybe.
Like I don't know, guys. Really, it's really hard to think about
With,
it.
I don't know. You know better about foods.
It's hard. Maybe moussaka with something weird,
With this.
like pineapple. I don't know. It's like again the pineapple. But yeah, I think something that it's like not to eat. Something weird.
Okay.
I will think about it and I will come back to you.
Sounds
Maybe
good.
not just keep today, maybe moussaka with something different. Like I don't know.
We will expect update on your maybe Instagram page where you will give extended answer, thoughtful answer, maybe even cook the dish and present it.
Exactly.
This is
I can say
very
it's
nice.
there.
Very nice question. Very nice question. I will keep in mind. Okay. Also for myself, I need to find something. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like I think that is something that is dark in the color, like a bit
Or
burnt.
pink.
I don't know.
Or pink. Why not?
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, what?
definitely not a vibrant color. Definitely not.
Thank you a lot for your time today. It was a very pleasant, very great conversation. So for all the fans watching this, check out Unverkalt, check out their latest album.
Thank you so much for having us. We are very
Thank you
happy to
so
be
much.
here today.
Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. And I'm jealous that you are in US, to be honest. A bit. It's one of my goals to be there. And yeah, thank you so much for the honor. See you soon, let's say.
Yep.
Yes.
Hopefully you will come here on tour and more fans will be able to will be exposed to your music.
Thank you so much, really,
Thank you, man. Thank
for
you.
this great conversation.
TheMetalList.com. Subscribe.